Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished panelists, and esteemed guests, all protocol observed. I am pleased and honored to be here today to share UNESCO's effort in promoting education for peace and tolerance. At UNESCO, we believe that education is not only a fundamental human right, but also the most powerful tool for preventing violence, promoting peace, and human dignity. Drawing from the 1974 revised peace resolutions, which emphasize on fostering a culture of peace, UNESCO assists member states in developing curriculum that integrate peace and human rights education as a core component of schooling. The International Institute for Capacity Building in Africa, called ICBA, is a Category 1 institute under UNESCO, and it's based in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. We focus on strengthening the capacity of African education system with a particular emphasis on teacher professional development and policy. Our work ranges from research and knowledge generation to policy-level dialogue and the provision of teacher training programs and resources. The need to invest in peace education is more important than ever, given the rise of conflict observed in African countries and elsewhere. Since 2017, UNESCO ICBA has led a series of projects for peace building and prevention of violent extremism through education in more than 25 African countries. These projects focused on understanding the drivers of violence, developing training materials, and integrating peace education into curriculum. Thanks to the commitment of countries, more than 13,000 educators and teachers have been trained on transformative pedagogy, which is an innovative approach that puts children at the center of the teaching and learning process. This pedagogy not only teaches students about peace, also fosters their critical thinking skills, enabling them to analyze the social and political complexities of their communities by equipping them with the ability to identify root causes and collaborate with diverse stakeholders. This approach empowers students to meaningfully contribute for peace-building efforts. Our approach begins with a situational analysis and different workshops and consultation meetings, which then inform the development of training materials and teacher training programs. At the country level, we collaborated with the Ministry of Education, teacher training institutions, universities, schools, utilizing the UNESCO unique structures such as the UNESCO Associated School Networks and the National Commission for UNESCO. This process particularly was important in fostering country ownership and sustainability. Let me share some concrete examples. In Algeria, for example, an initial review of the curriculum was done by the ministry and identified several opportunities to integrate this approach, including through the teaching of human rights, citizenship, and conflict resolution. The Ministry of Education developed an action plan to cascade the training, and together we adapted the training guide to the country's context with specific topics such as guidance on preventing violence in schools, practical tools for conflict resolution, mediation, and approach to effective community engagement. The guide also includes a strong framework for assessment and evaluation of learning that complements the tool available in Algerian curriculum, as well as the templates for lesson plans in the form of cards to help teachers apply them in the classroom. Similar success stories can be found in Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Somalia, where peace education has been mainstreamed in the national curricula, ensuring that peace-building competencies are integrated at all levels of education. Despite numerous challenges, Ethiopia has integrated peace education into the basic education curriculum. This program spans from early childhood education to high school and is designed to establish the value of peace and promoting peaceful coexistence. The curriculum not only focuses on teaching children about local culture or cultural heritage, but also emphasizes on the importance of cultural diversity, tolerance, intercultural relation, peace, collaboration, ethics, focusing on using social media, engagement in the community affairs, conflict resolutions, peace building, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Furthermore, UNESCO supports for school peace clubs across the African continent has empowered young people to lead peace-building initiatives. In Malawi, for example, these clubs have concrete peace education with environmental sustainability, giving students the tool to address both social and ecological challenges. In Tunisia, 80 coordinators of the UNESCO Associated School Networks were trained and supported around 350 primary, preparatory and secondary school clubs, benefited from the training to nurture a culture of peace in schools through different activities, including arts. Our efforts are supported by strong partnership, including with the African Union, the Southern African Development Community, and global partners like Japan. One concrete example is a collaboration UNESCO with the SADC on the region and the integration of global citizenship education and the liberation history of Southern Africa into the general education curriculum of the 16 SADC countries. This collaboration has enabled us to foster communities of practice that support peace building and resilience across Africa. Notably in Nigeria, our partnership with Rotarians, the Institute for Economics and Peace, and Arigato International has helped us to institutionalize positive peace in schools and communities. However, much remains to be done, and governments play a critical role in ensuring that peace education is sustainable and impactful. Below are 8 suggested recommendations. One is adequate resource allocation. Governments must dedicate sufficient financial resources. Second is a contextualized, inclusive approach that education for peace must be culturally relevant and adapted to the local contexts, addressing issues like gender inequalities, hate speech, and social discrimination. Peace education needs to be addressed as a concept in different subjects. A focus on continental values, knowledge, and moral is also important. A good example can be the UNESCO General History of Africa, which is a flagship program. The third recommendation is strengthened teacher training and institutional capacities. We must integrate peace education into teacher training curricula to ensure that all new teachers are equipped with the knowledge and the skills to deliver peace education effectively for children. Strengthening the school leadership and the community engagement, focusing on the well-being both for teachers and children, especially in crisis-affected areas, need mental health and psychosocial support to heal from trauma and thrive in their educational journeys. Multisectoral collaboration and partnerships and mobilities are some of the recommendations that we recommend for member states. And finally, monitoring and evaluation. We urge governments to strengthen monitoring and evaluation systems to track the progress of peace education initiatives and ensure accountability. Together, by making education for peace a priority, we believe that it's quite possible to build more inclusive, resilient, and just societies where every child has the opportunity to learn, thrive, and contribute to the world of peace and tolerance. I thank you.